Welcome to Petty Details, where the crew gallivants down a tree-lined lane of conversation on all kinds of different subjects. Join the crew as they jump in the Wayback Machine in the quest for nuggets of knowledge. Our journey will allegedly drop some petty details on you that you didn't know you needed to know until now. Hello, crew!
Hello, hello.
Always, welcome to my crew, Cam and Monica. Now, I would like to say...
I love that dance, Cam. I love it.
I just embarrassed myself. It's fine.
This isn't the first time or the last time. That's fine.
Yep.
I would like to...
It's the song of my life.
I'd like to say that for every episode, pretty much, Cam and Monica have to go in cold, where they have no idea what we're even talking about.
Sometimes. Other times you've given us a heads up beforehand, like, because you give us homework sometimes. But
yeah, but I usually send you homework like weeks before, and then you don't even do said homework, and then you don't know what the hell I'm talking about anyway.
Oh, no, we do said homework. We just don't understand the context of said homework.
Or you do homework after you know the context, yes.
Well, because it makes it easier to
do
homework.
Watch it when you send it, and I forget it by the time we start the episode. Like, it's like...
It's fun, though.
Yeah. So...
It keeps life interesting.
Today is one of those days, just so you know. But first... I would like to show off our newest merch, which is, whoa, wait.
No, by the way, there you go. Ice Fog.
Ice Fog shirt. Yep.
Oh, it's okay.
So one blurred out. Y'all's got to show the back.
There we go.
There we go. It is like a band tour shirt. Band tour shirt. And it is amazing. It is probably my favorite shirt that we've made yet.
It's fun. I do dig it.
So again, if you want merch, let us know. You can text one of us if you know us that well. You can message us. You can put it in the email. Email us, yeah.
What information do you need to know? Like sizes?
I need to know sizes, what you want. I do have PayPal, Venmo. It's not Zenny. What's the one with the Z?
Zelle.
Thank you.
Zelle.
Guys, it's going to be an episode today.
It is going to be one of those days, and I love it. Yep, bring it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I need to know your size, your shipping address, and what kind of shirt you want. And then you can send me the money. We have hats, which have not gotten here yet, but they're going to be cool.
I'm excited for the hats.
Yep. So... there you go. Also, subscribe. So
you don't miss any of the petty details.
That's right. Because we give you a lot of them.
Yes, we do.
All right. So today, I want to talk about a scary story that we all know.
Okay.
Okay. So we are going to...
The boogeyman.
Kind of.
Bigfoot.
No,
sorry, it's
Bigfoot. That's a real thing.
Okay.
So
we'll go down that rabbit hole another day, Meg.
That is that's a different story. So we're gonna sit around a campfire.
Okay.
We're gonna tell a scary story.
I'm intrigued.
Okay. So remember when you were a kid and you're like at camp or something and your friends tell you about the hook?
Oh, yes. Yeah. The hook, man.
The hook?
Cam's not with me, okay. Cam, did you go to camp? Like, were you Boy Scout?
I went to Boy Scout camp. I got severely dehydrated and passed out.
Oh. I was gonna say, did your generation not have a hook man, like a version of the hook man? Like, I feel like
apparently he just got dehydrated and passed out before Hook's story.
Okay, Slender Man's completely different, but yeah.
Slender Man was our like in the woods scary thing. Yeah.
Oh,
that's kind of what it was.
Yeah, no, this predates Slender Man.
Yeah, it does.
The OG Slender Man.
This is OG Slender Man.
When he had hooks. Back in the 70s when he had hooks.
70s?
Oh, he went there, man. He went there.
No. Wait.
Stop talking. How old do you think I am? Okay, I am from the 70s, but
I was just saying back in, never mind. I was just picking a decade, man. Like, okay.
I can't stop laughing. This is fantastic.
Well,
now that
put
you've
the shovel down.
my
half
last
of
week
our
on the
audience
podcast.
here.
I love you all.
Put the shovel down, Cam. Stop digging that hole.
Oh, Christ. Okay, so obviously Cam does not know this campfire story, so let me lay it down for you. There's a couple. They're making out in the car as teenagers do. Right?
As they do.
Oh.
They are on some lover's lane or in the woods. Got some privacy. Got some baby making music on. I'm talking like some Keith Sweat, some Babyface, something like that.
Okay, all right.
Don't give me that look, Cam.
You're offended. He doesn't know what you're talking about. He doesn't understand the situation that you're describing.
I'm sorry.
Stay with me.
I got it. I'm
okay.
Back in.
So all of a sudden, see, Cam's not going to know any of this. Did you ever even listen to like a real radio station? Or did you just listen to like MP3s and stuff?
Oh, yeah, radio station. Yeah, we have like one of those radios that it's just a normal radio. It's one of the big ones with the stereos, and you can play like CDs, and you can play tapes in them too. Wait, did I miss a word? Is there,
no.
Wait.
No.
You said just radio, correct?
Yeah. All right. Okay,
so yeah, I've listened to the radio. I'm not crazy.
Okay. All right, so they're listening to the radio, whatever music you want to imagine here. Making out on some lover's lane. Are you with me now? When all of a sudden the radio has this breaking news story, right? And there's a killer on the loose. And he's escaped from some insane asylum that's nearby.
Oh, no.
And he's got a hook for a hand. So he's really hard to miss. Okay. Obviously, the girl's freaked out.
Yeah.
She wants to leave. And the boy is like, no, baby, it's fine. But then she like shuts him down hard and she's like, no. Then all of a sudden, as they're getting dressed, they hear scraping on the side of the car. And they start the car and they take off in this panic.
Oh.
And they only discover the hook hanging from the car door handle when they get to the girl's house.
They took the dude's hand off? Well, hook off?
Well, yeah.
No. So they were hooking up and then they got hooked on.
Yeah. Nice one.
Good job, Cam.
Thanks.
So there are other equally scary versions of the story involving the couple actually like seeing the killer outside the car. The guy going to confront the killer, but he can't find him, only to come back to the car to find his girlfriend has been hooked to death. Or the guy leaving the car, he gets hooked to death. Girlfriend leaves the car to go find him, only to be chased, and you get the picture, right? Monica, I'm not sure what version you've ever heard, but
those ones.
Okay. Have you? So you've never heard this story, Cam?
I mean, like, I guess like Lover's Lane type stuff I've heard, but it wasn't a hook. I think it was more like just a knife, like Scream type stuff.
Okay.
All
right.
So, because that's not in Scream, but it's in it. Is it in Scary Movie? Have you ever watched Scary Movie?
Yeah, it might be in Scary Movie.
Off topic, but
I know what you did last year. I think that's the one.
Oh.
Yes, I know what you did last summer is the hook. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there you go. Okay.
So like the whole Lover's Lane type thing.
Yeah. Also, growing up in New Mexico, the scary story that parents used to tell to keep their kids in line was very different. La Llorona. That's a whole other story.
They made a movie of it.
Oh, yes.
They did.
Yeah.
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 That stuff was scary when you were a kid,
okay. It wasn't great.
That's what I've heard. Like, I've heard it's meh. And I'm like, okay, but there's like some serious potential with that story.
Yeah.
So I'm a little disappointed that it's just meh. Like, come on now. But anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So hook with a hand. This story starts to circulate sometime in the 50s. Okay. Nobody can
close.
You were you're sort of close.
We're in that
nobody
Wayback
can,
Machine.
I don't
know. We're going in the Wayback Machine, yeah. But nobody can really like pinpoint exactly when this story started to like circulate. But the first publication of it that we can find was in November of 1960 in a Dear Abby column. And the person who wrote in told basically the story with the same line of, you know, the hook with the hand. And then she said, I don't know whether it's true or not, but it doesn't matter because it served its purpose for me. I'll never park to make out as long as I live. I hope this does the same for other kids.
Okay.
What are you going to do? Make out while you're driving? I'll never park and make out again.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. But a lot of folklorists link this story back to the Texarkana Moonlight Murders. Do you know about this?
Okay.
So this actually popped into my head because my son, for the eclipse, went to Texarkana.
Okay.
Nice.
And I was like, don't get hooked. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, let me tell you.
Fail.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So, in about a 10-week period in 1946, there was a series of murders and attempted murders in the Texarkana area, which is basically 2 counties, Miller and Bowie counties. And it's on the border of Arkansas and Texas.
No.
I know.
Super inventive with the naming. Did you know there's a Texaco, New Mexico as well?
Is there really?
What?
I did
Guess
not know
what the border states are.
Oh, I don't know. Texas and New Mexico?
New Mexico?
Daughter.
Daughter.
Okay, so this all starts on February 22nd, 1946 at about 11:45 p.m. So we've got Jimmy Hollis, who's 25, and his girlfriend, Mary Jean Larry, who is 19.
Oh my gosh, these are very 50s names.
They are.
Jimmy and Mary Lane.
Yep, Jimmy and Mary Jean, yeah. So she's 19, and they've just gone out on a date to the movies. And they park on the secluded road outside of Texarkana, Texas. All of a sudden, this dude wearing a white cloth mask that looks like a pillowcase with eye holes cut in it, puts a flashlight in the window of the driver's side.
Oh.
Hollis, of course, is like, what is going on? Right. And the pillowcase guy says, quote, I don't want to kill you, fellow, so do what I say. Then he tells him to get out of the car, and he has Hollis stripped down. Pillowcase, yeah. So he's like naked on the side of this secluded road.
Okay.
Pillowcase guy then hits Hollis twice in the head with a gun. Guy. Well, what else am I going to call him? I'm going to call him Pillowcase guy.
Scary factor. What? The pillowcase killer.
Well, he doesn't get a name until later. He's just Pillowcase guy.
For now.
For now.
It's kind of like Jason in the second one when he has the second Friday the 13th. No one? Okay. Never mind.
Where are you going with that?
He has the little, he doesn't have the mask on the second one. He just has like a little thing on top.
I don't remember that.
Oh, that's right.
Pillowcase, or I don't know what it is.
Huh. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it. I haven't watched those in forever.
He doesn't get his mask until like the third movie, I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
Random horror knowledge.
Yeah.
Random horror. See, and I've only seen like some of those movies just because it's not my favorite genre.
Oh, no.
So like I've only seen some of them, but like, yeah.
You just kind of hop in whenever.
Yeah, pretty much. But that part, I randomly remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I feel like there's Jason lore, but it gets messy as soon as yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You've all seen he goes to space, right?
What?
Is this in the newer ones that are crap?
No, this is like Oh, when is that? That's like 80s, 90s. Jason X, the 10th one, he goes to space. It's like in the future.
Does he
He's
fight like
cryo-frozen.
Predator or what?
It's no, he should have though. But it is very like Alien Predator
Okay.
esque. It's like it's that genre in the movies when they were like all doing future space
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Space.
I
Alright.
have a friend who's super into like the Jason and Freddy movies. Huh. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
inquire
like
about
early
this
2000s.
Jason X.
Yeah.
That's
No,
before
I did
Jason
not
versus
watch.
Freddy.
I did not
Huh.
watch any of those.
Interesting. I will have to inquire about this. Curious now.
All right. So are you guys back with me now?
Sidebar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Mary
Squirrel.
Jean Larry obviously is freaked out. She shows pillowcase guy Hollis's wallet to show him that he doesn't have any money, because that's what she thinks. She's like,
Oh,
We're being
she's like, my
robbed.
boyfriend's
Yeah.
poor.
yeah, exactly. She's
But
like,
I
we're
mean, that's
being
probably, like,
robbed, obviously. So
Yeah, it's a deterrent. Like, look, we've got nothing.
right.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
she also gets hit, presumably with the gun, although nobody's really sure what she gets hit with.
Oh.
And then pillowcase guy tells her to run up the road, which she does.
Okay.
He chases her down. He sexually assaults her, but she's able to run
Oh.
and get free and go to a nearby house where she calls the police. Meanwhile, Hollis has regained consciousness at this point and has flagged down a passing car to also call the police. So after this, both of them are hospitalized. Hollis has skull fractures. And then the Bowie County Sheriff, Bill Presley, is dispatched to the scene. Attacker's already gone by this point. But there isn't much of a description of the attacker, except for that he's about 6 feet tall, maybe around 30 years old. There's a scary pillowcase.
Maybe
wearing
he
a
drew a
pillowcase.
scary face
Right.
on it.
Yeah, that's about it. Like, there's nothing else.
It's got the angry eyebrows.
Yeah. So nothing happens for about a month when on March 24th, Richard Griffin, who's 29, and his much younger girlfriend, Polly Ann Moore, who's 17, are again on a deserted road.
You meant much younger.
Much younger, yes. Yes.
I was like, oh, she's like probably 23.
No.
17.
17, yeah. So they're again on a deserted road in Bowie County, and they are found dead by a passing motorist. So Griffin was found on his hands or on his knees between the front seats with his pockets turned out, his hands are crossed, and his head is resting on his hands.
I'm sorry, but when you said he was on his hands, I imagined him like handstanding, and
no, he was on his knees.
Lost
sorry.
it a little inside. Sorry. Okay, no, you're good. Please
go
on.
Meanwhile, Moore is in the back seat of the car face down. There's a blanket outside of the car, and there's some blood-soaked dirt. So it looks like Moore was killed outside the car and then posed in the car. And there was also some blood on like the running boards. But it looks like Griffin was shot twice in the car. Both are shot in the back of the head and were fully clothed. The only thing police find is a .32 caliber casing.
That's it?
That's it.
One?
Oh.
The plot thickens.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
So then almost a month later, on April 14th at around 1:30 in the morning, Paul Martin, who's 17, picks up Betty Jo Booker, who's 15, from a concert at the VFW in Texarkana.
Okay.
They are found at about 6:30 in the morning, dead.
Jeez.
Now, Martin is laying on his side on North Park Road, and he's been shot 4 times. Wow. Booker wasn't found until about 11:30 in the morning, almost 2 miles from Martin's body.
What?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so she's behind a tree, laying on her back, again fully clothed. But she's posed with her hand in her coat pocket. And she's been shot twice.
It's okay. That's weird. Like the number of why was he shot 4 times? That seems excessive.
I was like, maybe she ran away, but not she's posed. Like that's
right. And
I was like, maybe she got shot. Like
it kind of looks like they both put up a struggle, which is why they were shot. At least why Griffin or Martin was shot so many times. Because he's shot in the hand and kind of stuff like that. Where it looks like
so he was trying to kind of block maybe.
Right. And it does look like she was either led out there or taken out there, something like that.
She could have ran and then he shot her.
Something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Again, a .32 caliber gun is used. And the car.
Did they find any? How do they know it was a 38?
A 32?
A 32.
From the casing, I guess. Yeah,
okay.
They found casing.
Gotcha.
I don't know how many casings were found in that one. Yeah. But the car that Martin and Booker were in when he picked her up is found another 3 miles away from Booker with the keys in it. And they can't tell who was killed first. They don't know if he was killed first and then she was taken, or if she was killed first and so they aren't sure.
It sounds like the killer kills the guy, which is probably usually if there's a couple.
It makes sense, yeah.
Because that's the person that's gonna try to attack you first, and then
you
they
get
go
rid of the
after
biggest threat first,
female.
Right. I would think that's probably correct. So at this point, Sheriff Presley calls in the Texas Rangers. So then on May 3rd, around 9 p.m., Virgil Starks, who's 37, and his wife Katie, who's 36, are in their home, which is on a 500-acre farm about 10 miles outside of Texarkana.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Virgil's just having a nice night. He's reading the newspaper in his chair. Katie's in the kitchen or whatever. She hears glass being broken and she goes into the room. What she sees is Virgil stand up and then fall back into his chair. So she runs to call the police from the phone in the other room, and she is also shot.
So the glass she heard was the window breaking?
Was the window breaking.
Okay.
Because both are shot through the same window.
Gotcha. Oh, dang.
So Katie is shot in the face twice. She falls down, but she is able to get back up and run to another room to try and get a pistol that they kept there. But she can't see anything because she's got blood in her eyes.
I'm like, geez.
Right.
Okay.
But this is straight out of a horror movie for real. She hears the killer coming in the back of the house. So she takes off and she runs out the front door and heads to a house that's close by, which I think is her brother-in-law or something. And there's nobody home.
No.
And, yeah.
That is straight out of a horror movie for real.
So then she takes off. She runs to another neighbor's house. And luckily they're home. And what she tells them is Virgil's dead. And she collapses. So this neighbor is what is going on? He gets help from this other guy.
I feel like the important part wasn't said.
Which is what?
If someone shot us would be my words, not Virgil's dead. I think.
I don't.
So that way I also kind of feel like maybe her wounds would be a little self-explanatory, maybe.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
half her face is missing. They're like, I wonder what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that she looks like she's been stabbed. I don't know, but Virgil's dead.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyway, these two neighbors, they get Katie to the hospital. And she is able to be questioned by Miller County Sheriff W.E. Davis. And the police find that Virgil was shot in the back of the head twice. Okay.
Through a window. Damn.
Through a window. Yeah. So now we have the sheriff from Bowie County, the sheriff from Miller County, and the Texas Rangers all trying to figure out what's going on. Because you got to remember, this is like not normal.
I'm sitting here trying to like figure out a pattern with the victims, and at first I was like, okay, teenagers, and then it's like 36 and 37. Never mind.
Right.
So I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, because most of them are on the Lover's Lane, which is where that part.
Right.
Yeah.
But even there too, like the second couple, the guy was like much older, but there was still a teenager involved. So I was like, okay, maybe that's the pet. Never mind. Pattern shot.
Right.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
So at first, the police are really questioning that first attack because they seem to think that Hollis and Larry know who this pillowcase guy is and that they aren't saying.
They think they're hiding it.
Mm-hmm. So that attack isn't even linked to the rest of them until May 11th.
Oh, wow.
Which is like over a week after the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time the attacks happen on May 3rd, these last attacks, the FBI gets called into.
At this point?
We don't know.
Or it doesn't say.
There's no witnesses.
Okay.
We don't have any witnesses. So the FBI is called in, and at this point, you've got about 50 investigators on the case.
Yeah.
There are over 200 people questioned. They're tracking down leads all over the place. They are even trying to bait this pillowcase guy into coming out by sending out decoy teenagers to sit in parked cars. I'm not talking like they find some young-looking cop. They were literally taking teenagers and saying, go and sit in this car. I am not joking.
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say it was like 50-year-old men, like.
No, they're like hiring teenagers from the town.
If anyone doesn't know, that's what teenagers do. They just.
Right.
That was my imitation of a teenager.
Yeah. So
so I figured
crazy, right?
Like Meg, like you said, Meg, they were just gonna find like a super young looking cop. No, they actually found teenagers. Okay.
No, they actually found teenagers.
That's
Remember,
crazy.
This is 1946, okay?
No, that's true. Very true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
So roadblocks are set up, rewards are set up. They are like really all over this. This was not a case of they didn't try and investigate this. They are
working hard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when all this started, the first attack, Hollis and Laney, are considered to be kind of outliers because the police didn't really believe their story. But the first actual murder of Griffin and Moore is taken more seriously. But it's thought to be an isolated thing because they haven't linked it to Hollis and Laney.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really start thinking this is a serial thing until the Martin and Booker murders in April.
Okay.
So by that time, it's been like 3 months.
Yeah.
And the thing about Martin and Booker is they are like a church-going couple. They weren't going to like, from what we understand, they weren't going to like make out at this Lover's Lane.
Mm-hmm.
He picked her up from a concert.
They just so happened to be driving down this road, like,
they were taken to the road, whatever. Yeah, we're not sure where they met up with this attacker.
Gotcha. Okay.
They're members of the school band. They're like winning prizes in school. They're like pillars of the teenage community, okay?
They're good kids, yeah.
They're good kids. Betty Jo Booker was even a little Miss Texarkana.
Okay.
Okay, so they're like, why are they targeting these kids?
Right.
So after the Martin Booker murders is when you start to see curfews in the town. And then instead of pillowcase guy, which I just made up, this is also when you start seeing the name the Phantom Killer in the news.
Because there's no witnesses.
Right. Now remember, this is like small town 1946 stuff.
Yeah.
So After the Starks attack, people start locking their doors, which they hadn't done. They're buying guns. They're
Start.
buying, no, 1946 small town, like
Oh,
small
yeah.
town.
Nobody's locking doors anywhere.
Mm-mm.
I live in a small town. I would never leave my door unlocked. I think I'm just paranoid. Like,
Okay, but this is also 2024. This is
I was
fine.
gonna say this story is taking
This
place
is
in
true.
1946. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
This
pretty
is
sure
true.
even in larger cities, many people didn't lock their
Oh, yeah.
doors.
Yeah. So people are like stocking up on things like window curtains because they don't want people looking in their windows
Okay.
because, people are getting shot through windows and stuff now. They're buying window locks. They're buying guard dogs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. No, people are scared.
Stepping up security.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, the Phantom Killer sounds terrifying.
As
Right?
opposed to the pillowcase guy.
Yeah.
Right. You know?
I had to, sorry.
So sadly, we don't have any suspects.
Yeah.
Right.
Because all he's left behind is like what? A few shell casings and that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have quite a few false confessions, but they're all proved false.
False confessions?
okay.
Who's confessing to this? People who
Yeah,
want
They
fame.
bring in a pillowcase with a face on it. They're like, it was me.
right?
Here's the proof.
Yeah.
It's my pillowcase.
People are weird. I don't know. People
Fair,
do
but
that stuff all the time. So
They want
I
the
guess.
fame. They want to be like, they want to be important. They don't have anything else going on in their life. Like, that's what they want to be known for.
Mhm.
Which is
True.
crazy, but
Yeah,
happens a
exactly.
lot.
I guess maybe that's why I'm like, what idiot is confessing to this stuff? But no, you're right. Like they just want fame and they want to
Right.
get famous however
right,
they
and TikTok
can.
isn't invented yet, so there you
Very
go.
true.
the original
They gotta get their-
influencers, serial
They gotta get their
Ooh,
fame
never mind.
somehow.
Exactly. So remember the first attacks of Hollis and Larry are pretty much discarded by the police. They're like, these really aren't linked.
Mhm.
And then
Okay.
2 years later in 1948, the cops don't think that the last attack, the Starks attack, is linked because the weapon that was used in that one is a .22 rifle.
Okay. And it's
Oh.
different because they got shot in their home through a window.
They're older
Yeah.
people, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So they don't think that. I don't think that one was ever solved either, though.
Wow.
So
Dang.
now the only description that we ever get is from that first attack, which we don't know if we can count on. So the other 4 murders that we're dealing with are scientifically linked. So we've got Richard Griffin, Polly-Ann Moore, Paul Martin, and Betty Jo Booker. But they're all dead, so they can't give us descriptions. Nobody
Right.
saw them being taken. Nobody saw anybody coming up to them. There's no evidence. Like, there's nothing.
Dang.
Right.
So basically,
That's
it's a
crazy.
bunch of false confessions and rumors and just not a lot of actual evidence. Really, the only thing that we have linking these 4 known murders is the .32 caliber casings.
Crazy.
So
But,
they've
like,
never been solved.
Hmm.
The Starks have never been solved.
And like anyone could probably have a .32 caliber. Or is it like they like know it's from the same gun? Like, are they doing forensics at this point? Or
I think they did, and I think that's how they linked them. But
okay.
yeah.
They
So
look
this
the
is-
same.
Yeah, this
Right.
is
Must
almost
be the
80
same guy.
years. Yeah, they're not gonna find anything else. They're
It's
not
just
gonna find
crazy
this
to be
person.
like
I heard about this pillowcase guy.
that they're-
Pretty sure he did it.
Yeah.
like it's just crazy to me that there's like nothing like
There's nothing.
evidence wise. Like there's like you said, it's just a bunch of rumors. Like
Mm-hmm.
speculation,
Could they have gotten
that kind of thing.
Oh, what's it called? Like the fingerprint, not fingerprints off the hook, because he doesn't have a hand, obviously, but like I'm trying to think of like DNA. There we go. DNA off the hook, like at all.
There's not a hook. The hook is the story. The hook is the urban legend. There's not an
Yeah.
actual hook.
Oh, I thought you. Never mind. This whole time I thought the guy had a hook, but that
No,
was,
and that's
oh.
but that's the crazy
And
part.
I was like, why is
is-
he using the gun?
But I mean, that's the crazy
No.
part of like urban legends, right? Is like where did the hook come from to become like this iconic part of the story? You know what I
I don't
mean? Like,
know.
how did that get added in?
I feel like
Because
such an idiot. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
oh
Cam, I
man.
love you.
My mind forgot a middle part. I think I just connected everything that was said so far. Good thing I'm not a cop in the 40s. I'd be like, "Where's the hook?
Right?
Someone get the hook."
Oh my god. No, no. The story of the hook doesn't even come out until like 4 or 5 years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All
So
right.
now that we have
Sorry
circled
about that.
back to the hook and blown Cam's mind, who cares?
Completely blown his mind. Oh man.
So there you have it.
I
The
thought I
actual-
had it. I thought
No,
I was
you didn't
locked
have
in. I
it.
was like, no evidence. Damn.
No.
It's unfortunate.
So the actual murders are pretty much as scary as some of the many versions of this campfire story that they inspired, because
Oh yeah.
just
There's
some
just the
dude
fact
running
that there's
around.
no evidence. Like
Hmm.
this person got away with at least 4 murders.
At least
Jeez.
4. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Crazy.
Yep.
Crazy.
So there you have it. Those are the petty details. And some
Oh,
very wild tangents that we went on.
we did. We went down some side roads. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But we didn't get shot.
We
We
did
didn't get shot.
not.
We didn't get hooked to
Uh,
death. So
It's because we didn't go down a
didn't get
lover's lane. We
hooked.
just went down side roads.
that's right.
Right, right. Stay on the main path, people.
Stay
Yes.
on the main path. That's right.
It's good advice.
All right. Well, with that, stay on the main path and stay petty, my friends. Bye.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Bye.